Let's have you start manifesting a lot more money into your life. How would you like that? Absolutely, I'm sure, right? So in today's video, we're going to go through a couple of different techniques around the law of compensation that is guaranteed to help you in your money game this month. If you run a business, if you have a job, you're just willing and wanting to manifest more money into your life, this will work. So definitely watch all the way through. Hey, Scott Haug here with the Manifestation Accelerator, where results and manifestations are made easy. In today's video, we're going to be covering that law of compensation, allowing us to manifest a lot more money. And just before we jump into it, throw a like on the video. It's going to send it out to a lot more people in this world, and together we can raise the level of consciousness. Click subscribe to the channel and also click the bell icon as well to allow yourself to actually be a part of the channel and get notified when we send other great techniques, methods, and all that good stuff out to you so that you are aware. All right, as we jump into this here, the law of compensation is a law of the universe. That means it is infallible, it works, it's going to move forward things in your life better and bigger than ever if you follow the process, okay? And it's going to be all visual. So as you jump into this, you're going to see I'm going to pull up a PowerPoint. I'm going to pull up a couple of things. And actually, this is extracted from some of our courses that we have around manifestation. All right. So again, if you need a system and you want to consistently manifest consistently and predictably, also go ahead in the description below and click the link for our manifestation courses. I believe everybody needs guidance. It's very hard to do this alone. So if you've been trying to do it alone and you are open and willing to try a proven system that we've had thousands of members go through, it's been proven to work, try it out, okay? It's going to be really easy for you to try it out. Just click the link, you'll see when you do so. All right, so go ahead and get involved in the course. For now, also, allow yourself to really absorb the teachings here in the law of compensation, and it's going to help you if you apply the teachings to manifest more money into your life as soon as possible, okay? Let's jump right over to it. But remember, our money transformation comes from 1, the alignment with abundance, and 2, our economic service. The best part about this is when we focus on number 1, you're inspired to take new actions in your business. Getting higher quantity of service, higher quality of service, and going out there and truly helping people, the people that you want to help in this world. Okay, that's the best part about it, because I'm sure you want to make an impact. How we increase our income is always indirectly. We never focus on the money. We focus on the service, and that's when the money comes. Okay, so it's kind of like an indirect energy that we go with. So let's cover the economic service part of this portion, right with the law of compensation. Now, as you can tell, we have these crowds of people in the background, these photos as well, right? You can see this one's a stadium. On the first picture is more of like a concert. You're going to see other ones as follows throughout the presentation here, throughout the module and video. But just remember these photos because they're going to play a key part in what we're covering here and now. The law. There's a law that dictates exactly the income that you will earn. How cool is that? It's not by chance. It's not by luck. It's by law that is consistent with every person everywhere. Now, for the longest time, I would I would hear people talking about sports players. I was very into baseball as a kid. Okay, I loved the New York Yankees. And I used to play, and I played all throughout high school and a little bit of club baseball into college and different things as well. I loved it. That was what I really loved to do throughout school. Okay, and I would hear sometimes people talking about sports players. So at the current time that I was playing, Derek Jeter was playing, Alex Rodriguez, and all those cool people. And sometimes I would hear people say, it's not fair that they earn $20 million in a year. How come they are earning $5 million contracts and I'm working my butt off over here, working 3 jobs? It's not fair. And it always puzzled me. I'm like, what does that mean? It's not fair. I mean, there's got to be a reason for why Derek Jeter could be paid so much money, whereas somebody else, family, friends, people in our society are working so hard but not getting paid a lot. What's going on here? And this is the answer. It's all by law. It's fair to every person in every scenario when you understand this law. Most people have no idea that there's even a law, let alone what the law is, so that's why they're always puzzled. And we form excuses for the things we don't have answers for. So if we don't have an answer, we call it unfair. If we don't have an answer, or we see somebody rich and we didn't see the backstory, we call them lucky. right? But they could have went through a hell of a time getting there, and we just never even gave that credit to them. Okay, so let's go through this law. Your money shift. Point 2. Part of your money paradigm shift and you earning what you want to earn is increasing the energy you give to the world through a product or economic service. In order to earn a consistent high income every month, you must give that energy out in the form of economic service. Give first, then you receive. Okay? Remember, economic service is helping solve people's problems. Focus on helping people who are a good fit for what you have into your product or service. Remember, that was what we went through in module 2.2 of our lesson number 2. We went through what economic service was. So that's why we took so much time to get your product service clearly defined in module 2.2, complete clarity, and defined in module 2.3, high impact actions, within lesson 2 of the program. Right? That's why all these steps are so important, because now we're at a week where we're starting to transform our income, double it, take our annual income to monthly income, do all these cool things. But we needed all the setup first. We needed the purpose, vision, and goal integrated together. We also needed the business clarity, the service clarity, the high impact actions, and the definite map that we went over in 2.4 as well to take the action. Okay. So let's get right over to the law. The law of compensation. The amount of money you will earn is always in direct ratio to, number 1, the need for what you do, number 2, your ability to do it, and number 3, the difficulty there is in replacing you. All right, now we're going to spend a ton of time on this law during this video here. First, we're going to go through some Earl Nightingale knowledge. Okay. He says, what is money? Money is the harvest of our production. Money is what we receive for our production and service as persons, and which we can then use to obtain the production and service of others. A highly skilled human being is worth more money in our economy than a person who is not highly skilled and who can be easily replaced. This is not to say that one person is any better than any other person. Remember that in this message, we're only talking about money, nothing else. The brain surgeon spent many years learning their profession, often at great personal sacrifice, at a high cost, and they cannot be easily replaced. As a result, the surgeon might earn as much money in an hour as an elevator operator might earn in a year. The world will pay you exactly what you bargained for, exactly what you earn, but not a penny more. We will receive not what we idly wish for, but what we justly earn. Our rewards will always be in exact proportion to our service. Phenomenal, right? So maybe you even want to take a screenshot of this slide here, just to remember this, okay? Now, when we go to that third point there, you see a brain surgeon versus the elevator operator. Of course, this was in Earl Nightingale's time that he was writing these words in the 50s and 60s. Okay, so elevator operator, obviously we don't have those current day. I mean, we have bellhops and things in hotels, but it's not the same, right? So you can replace that with cashier of a store. You could replace that as somebody that works behind a desk in an office for like a secretary position, or whatever you want to replace that word with, that profession. Okay, this is really, really good. What is money? It's important. Okay, it's a harvest of our production. It explains everything. This law will explain everything. If you don't have a dime coming in, it's because you're not bringing out any service. Now, remember what Earl Nightingale says here, though, okay? In that first paragraph, we are talking about, or second paragraph, I'm sorry, remember this is in this message, we're only talking about money, nothing else. We're not talking about that person valuable as a human being. We're not talking about this person being valuable here or there, okay? Only talking about the value in the marketplace around money, okay? So, if there's a lot of money coming in and you're earning 10, 15, 20, 30 grand per month already, earning that 7 figures already, wherever you are, you can map out how much service you're giving to this world. It's exact ratio every time. And the world will not give you a penny more. It's very, very good to know. Okay, so let's go through it. You shape your income. Now we know the understanding of what the law of compensation is. We also understand the world and how it operates. Let's focus on your ability to do it. All right. So here's the law of compensation one more time. I spaced it out a little bit. Out of the three, where do we want to put our focus? That's what we want to question now. The need for what you do is already there. If you've already had a business operating, you've sold even one product, the need for what you do is there. Especially if you're a coach, especially if you're in real estate, right? The things that people need are food, they need shelter, they need knowledge, they need experience. If you're in any of those fields, the need for what you do is already there. And that's most times dictated outside of yourself in the marketplace, okay? So that's why coaches and speakers are more, there's a bigger need for what they do now compared to 200 years ago. Or baseball players, there's a huge need for what they do now compared to 150 years ago, before baseball really became a big sport in the eyes of America or other countries, right? So the need for what you do is kind of out of your hands most times. It's really where the economy is in the marketplace at the time that you're doing it. Number two, your ability to do it is where we want to focus, because number three, as you increase your ability to do it and you become more valuable, number three automatically increases. The difficulty there is in replacing you will be astronomically high when you get really good at what you do. So that's all we want to do is focus on number two. That's it. Okay. Your ability to do it is your service. That's why we covered everything we did in lesson 2, the knowing doing gap. Your ability to do what you do is in accordance to the service you're giving to this world. Remember, the key words there is giving. Your service can be divided into your quality of service and your quantity of service. Okay? And at the bottom, I put the definition so it's very easily understood. Quality is the standard of something as measured against other things of a similar kind, the degree of excellence of something. Okay? So think about it for yourself. Think about your product or your service. How excellent is it? How superb is it compared to other people in the marketplace? You don't need to compete whatsoever, but if you look around you and you're really honest about it, how good is your product or service compared to others? Okay. And quantity, the amount or number of a material or immaterial thing. So a material could be the what you do service-wise, or words and wisdom is kind of intangible. It's not tangible most times. Number of people you work with, number of people your product have. Okay. And this quality and quantity can be broken into all these different categories. Okay. The quality of service can be broken in how good your product is, your ability to do what you do, your client service. Your quantity of service can be your marketing expertise, your communication skills, and your selling expertise, or if you want to call it helping instead of selling. Okay. Man, this is all puzzle piecing together. I hope you really, really detailed in your mind. Okay. That's how marketing, that's how selling, that's how all this comes into play with the law of compensation. Okay. If you're a damn good marketer, you're going to earn a lot of money. There are books in this world, there are products in this world that are so good. They solve people's problems so much better than other leading products. But since that company or person, if it's just a one-person business, maybe they never knew how to market their product and they only sold 200 books instead of 200,000. If that happens, it's fair. The law of compensation says their ability to market their message is not very good, and it's replaced by somebody else who does it very good and can get their message in front of people. Okay? So that also goes into it. It's not your ability just to, if you're a speaker, it's not just your ability to speak. It's your ability to speak and market your message, market who you are, brand yourself, sell your message, being a business owner, being an entrepreneur, and having those economic skills, being able to communicate with the people that you're going to be hosting a speaking gig for, whoever that may be. Okay. Your ability to not only speak on stage, but your organizational skills and presentation skills while being a speaker. See all these components that go into this. I never understood that. I remember listening into Jim Rohn a long time ago, and he would always say, become more valuable. And I never really understood that. Become more valuable, I thought, well, maybe I just got to become a better businessman. I got to become a better product, right? But there's all these categories, because later I found out he was talking about all the different categories within business and life, that when you become really, really good at what you do in all areas of the business, that's when you're really, really good at what you do and bringing in a high level of income. Okay? This slide can be a game changer for you. And I'm going to give you a pinout so you can print this out and hang it up on your wall to remind yourself of this. But I just want you to reflect on this. What does this mean for you? The objective, you can see at that last bullet point there, is becoming more valuable in the marketplace. That's the whole point of all this. Becoming so valuable, having the best product in the world, having the best service in the world, and you will get paid a lot of money, guaranteed. Okay? Look at Apple, the company. We refer to them all the time, right? But why are people that have Macs or iPhones, why are they so loyal to Mac? It's because they stand for something. And not Mac, Apple. Well, they stand for something. They stand for thinking differently. They stand for immensely quality products, right? And they're not just some cheap product. It's made with quality. Okay? You look at other people and other things around this world, if they're not very quality products, most times they're very cheap. They're, out of date or whatever it may be, break easily, right? So you want to focus on your ability to do it. That's the whole point of the slide with your service. Increasing your quality of service and increasing your quantity of service will be a guaranteed increase in income. How cool is that? It's not